Yeah. Uh, Today we will discuss about the intelligent agents, and let us understand the concept of artificial intelligence agent. Hmm. So, what is the basic concept of rationality? Interpret and apply fundamental type of agent on current problems related to artificial intelligence. These are the topics which we are going to discuss today. Okay, before I start, I'll just show you the what we call is the father of artificial intelligence. Okay, John McCarthy. He's the one who first introduced the word artificial intelligence in the year 1956. Okay, with this introduction, I just wanted to tell you this: the father of artificial intelligence. We have to remember him for all the efforts, for all his efforts. Okay. Now, going to the next, the fundamental thing. So all of you know, in everyday life, we face this, a problem. Okay. So what is a problem? It is, in a general sense, we say that it is an obstacle. Okay. So whenever we want to attain a certain goal or objective, this comes in the middle. Okay. So we you all of us know that for each and every problem in this world, it has a solution, it has an answer. Okay. So now let us see in with respect to artificial intelligence, what is a problem and what is a solution. So this is very important, because the AI development of AI is to find a solution for a certain problem. That is uh, how to find the model, or how to attain the goal. All these things which we have to discuss. So all of us know that whenever we have a problem, we develop an algorithm, or we develop a model, or we develop a flow chart to solve it or to tackle it. Okay. Uh, okay. What are the types of problems in artificial intelligence? We have two types: structured and unstructured. Structured problem and unstructured problem. So we'll study this now. We'll discuss what is structured and what is unstructured problem. Now, before I proceed, I just want to see the strength of today's class is only 27. The class strength is 48. This I 2 to 3 times. So please try to log in at 8 o'clock and be there till I finish my class. You just tell your friends, whoever has not logged in. So attendance is very important. I take attendance twice or thrice. Don't think that I take attendance only in the last minute. Okay, we have structured and unstructured problem. Now, what is a structured problem? So structured problems are the ones for which there exists a specific algorithm to achieve the goal. There exists a specific algorithm to achieve the goal. The same algorithm is run against a variety of input data. Okay, so it's sure that it gives you the solution. So every day, whatever the problems you solve, it may be in college or it may be any other problems. So it is structured, because you know that this is how we tackle it. This is how we have to get the answer. So here, the important part is, since the structure remains the same, Even if the input changes, these problems are called structured. Can any one of you give me the example for this structured problem? Any one of you? Anybody? Can you give one example for a structured problem? No, no response. Astha Shukla. Astha Shukla, are you there? See, when I call your names, I just mark here. Please answer. Astha Shukla, are you there? Advait?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, can you give an example, Advait?
For a structured problem, finding the greatest number in a set of numbers.
Very good.
That requires algorithm.
Yes. So it is a structured problem. Very good, Advait. Okay, so see, I have the say sessional marks. Okay, so I want to find the average. I want to find the max. I want to find the mean. Okay, so I want to find the standard deviation. All these things. It's a structured problem. So what I need to do is I have to just change the data. Okay, when I same algorithm, I change the data. It gives me the solution. This is a structured problem. Okay. Next. Yeah, structured problem as we discussed. So there is a operator. We have a back end and a front end. So depending upon the type, okay. So what is a back end? It's a unit which can store data in a static fashion. Static data is nothing but it's a fact, whatever it is. Now, as I said, the marks, okay. So backend may have a database system or it may have a file system also. So what is there in the front end? Front end may be a unit that provides user interface and performs the also gives you the solution. Okay. So it may be you may write a program in C, C++, whatever it is. So what happens as a result? A user interacts with the front end of the system to access the backend. Okay, this is the general idea of a structured problem. Now let us go to an unstructured problem. What is unstructured problem? Unstructured problems are the problems for which there does not exist a specific algorithm to achieve the goal. What step to take to achieve the goal depends on what is the current state of the problem. Okay, so please remember that artificial intelligence is an attempt to make a computer to solve unstructured problems. Okay. Now, can you just give an example for unstructured problem? Anybody? Unstructured problem. One example I want. Agam Kumar Rai. Yes, yes. Somebody speaking. Yeah. Your name?
Yes, ma'am. Niket.
Niket, yes.
Ma'am,
you give an
probably
example?
chess. Ma'am, a game of chess most likely would be unstructured.
Yes, it is an unstructured problem because it is not the same every time. Correct. Okay. Problem of playing chess. Or another example, say perform a heart surgery. So is it possible to write an algorithm to perform a heart surgery? No, it is not a structured problem. It is not the same every time. Okay. So these are the examples for unstructured problem. Okay. So again, here the solution for an unstructured problem, there should be a knowledge base and there should be an inference engine as well as. So what is this knowledge base? It is a collection of facts as well as rules. Okay. So unlike database, knowledge base does not store only data. So it has to there should be something knowledge behind that we will discuss later. Okay. Then comes inference engine. So it is used to prove a new fact that should be there apart from the knowledge base. Okay. So this is now what is the outline? I mean, what is the summary of these discussions? So all AI problems, most of the AI problems, they are not structured, they are unstructured. You cannot have a general algorithm. It is not possible. You can't run it every time. You can't run the same thing. Okay, you have to change it bit depending upon the data, depending upon the agent, depending upon the environment, depending upon the goal, depending upon the objective. Okay, it has to be changed. Now, next concept. Okay, I have just discussed now problems and solutions. So AI comes under which I have also discussed. Now let us go to the concept of rationality. Okay, what is rational? Okay, simple definition. Whatever I have given in these slides, these are the simple definitions. Okay, which everyone can understand. Okay, a system, we say a system is rational if it does right things. Okay, so a system is rational if it does right things. So there are four possible goals, okay, to pursue AI. Just see here, system that reasons or thinks like human, system that reasons or thinks rationally, system that acts like human, system that acts rationally. These are the four possible goals. So you may ask me, what is the difference between the first one and second one? System that thinks like human, system that thinks rationally. Okay, so whatever the system you develop, it may do right things. Okay, but human, in case of human beings, every time we can't say that he is rational or he or she is rational. Okay, may, I use the word may, he or she may not be rational. Okay, that is why the system what we develop, if it does right things, then we say that system, whatever is developed, it is rational. Okay, similar to that, third and fourth, system that acts like human. Every time human may not act like, may not be rational. Okay, so sometimes we may be irrational, we don't know, depends. Okay, but the system whatever we developed based on our experience, based on the environment, it may act rationally. Okay, this is the concept of rationality. Now, before I proceed, I just want to tell you about this the Turing test approach. Okay, this is about acting humanly, the Turing test approach. That this test was projected by Alan Matheson Turing, his full name. Okay, Alan Turing, whom we call. It was designed to produce a satisfactory operational definition of intelligence. Turing outlined intelligent behavior as the ability to realize human level performance, okay, altogether in cognitive tasks. Okay, so here, so the Turing test, it was actually the computer. Here you say computer player A, human responder player B. Then we have an operator. Okay, the computer should be interrogated by a human via a teletype. The computer is said to have passed the test. Okay, it is said to have passed the test if the interrogator cannot tell if there is a computer or a human at the other end. Okay, this operator does not know. In the other rooms, we have a computer in one room and a human responder in the other room. If the so when will this Turing test be passed? If the interrogator, if he cannot tell if there is a computer or a human at the other end. Okay, So for a programming a computer to pass this test, it requires what all it requires. There should be a natural language processing. There should be a knowledge base. There should be automated reasoning. There may be some machine learning, figuring out how to adjust a new condition and to distinguish and to extrapolate designs. Okay, the computer vision also may be required. Robotics also may be required. So the basic idea of the Turing test is, so if this interrogator cannot identify whether in the closed rooms, whether it is a computer or a human, then we say that it is said to have passed. This is the basic to find the acting humanly. Okay, the behind that concept, this was originally introduced in the year 1950. Okay. Yeah, now let us go to another important topic, the difference between scientific goal and engineering goal. So all of you are in your third year, okay? Whenever I just, it's out of my experience I am telling. See, normally when you go to your final year, you 8th semester, you do some project. Okay, so if you do some project, if you solve a real world problem, then it will be we call it as engineering application. Okay, it will be an engineering application project. Some students, they prefer to go for some research application project. They don't solve any real world problem or anything, but the system they developed, it may show some intelligent behavior. They may develop some algorithm. They may develop some new model. They may, and what one can do is, using this algorithm or new model, I mean those developed new model or algorithm, one can use it to solve a engineering application or engineering problem, that is real world problem. Okay, so this is the basic difference between scientific or research. I used word research here, rather you can use a scientific also. This is the basic difference between scientific goal and engineering goal. Okay, so engineering goal is to solve real world problems by using AI techniques. Okay, by using AI techniques such as knowledge representation or learning or rule systems, or using some search techniques. Okay, this is to solve an engineering problem or engineering goal. We use the research or scientific goal or the AI knowledge of artificial intelligence. Okay. Yeah, next today's class, it's mainly on intelligent agents. Okay, it is mainly on intelligent agents. This is very important topic. Okay, intelligent agents, it is actually a new chapter. Whatever I have discussed so far, it is only basics. Now whatever I am starting now, it is another chapter. So here, what is the objective of this chapter? Okay, you have to understand the concept of artificial intelligent agents. Okay, then you have to interpret and apply fundamental type of agent on current problems. Okay, let us see now what are these intelligent agents. Yeah. This is the one simple diagram which I have drawn. See here, when you develop AI, so here I have drawn, sorry. One second, I just adjust the pen. Just give me 1 minute. I'm not able to connect my pen tab. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Now I could connect the pen tab so that now I'll explain you about this using this board. Okay. So now coming to the intelligent agents. So what is an agent? The first question is, what is an agent? Okay, so I'll write here, intelligent agent. It is intelligent agent. So this is actually an agent. Whatever I have written here, this could be an agent. It may be a seed. It may be anything. Okay, it need not be a person. It need not. It may be some program or it may be some system. That is actually an agent. So it interacts with the environment. Okay, this is the environment. So agent is defined as something. I repeat, agent is defined as something that sees or that perceives. Okay, that perceives. We use the word perceives. Okay, agent is something that perceives and acts in an environment. So all intelligent agents, we call it as IA. We normally represent it as intelligent agents, IA. They perform tasks, okay, that will be beneficial for the business procedure or application or person. Okay. So now here, this agent, whatever I call, as I said, it may be something. It's a system. Okay. What it does is it perceives with the whatever with the environment. It takes the data and it does some action. This is action. This is it perceives. this data it takes. Okay, it percepts or it senses or it takes. Okay, so it interacts with the environment through sensors and effectors. So when we develop the agent, that will have sensor to perceive the data, and this action, it is taken care by the effectors. So this is the brief explanation of artificial intelligence agents. Okay, intelligent agents. Okay, now next, see here, another diagram I have given. This will convey the message. So here we have a system. That system has sensors. Okay, this is, we call it as agent. You can see here. So it has effectors. This need not be a human being. It may be a program or it may be a system. So it interacts with the external that environment. So this is the which takes the data. So here how it using effectors, it does some action. Okay. So if you consider the example of a human agent, see here, human agent has organs like eyes, ears, nose, tongue, okay, skin, parallel to the senses. They are all the sensors of a human agents. And what are the effectors? Effectors are hands, legs, mouth. These are the effectors. Okay. Now coming to the next robotic agent. If you develop a robot, so a robotic agent replaces cameras and infrared range finders. So it may have a camera or it may have infrared range finders for the sensors. Okay. Then robotic agent, various movements, the hand movement sort of thing. That they are the actuators or effectors. Okay, various motors also will be there. Now coming to a software agent, that is a third one. So if it is a software agent, then it encodes bit strings as its programs and actions. This is about the intelligent agent. Basic understanding of intelligent agent is very much important. Okay, what is the basic intelligent agent? So when we say intelligent agent, which is the fundamental component of artificial intelligence, these things should come into your mind. So it will have sensors, it will have actuators, it will have the environment. Okay. Now, these are the some terminologies which I have put here. Okay, I will not explain much, but I just tell you what are the different agent terminologies. One is performance measure of agent. So it is the criteria determining the success of the agent. So here, if you just remember this word, it is important. See here, whenever I teach theory, so I just tell you some important terms which you have to remember. You don't have to by heart all these things and all. Just some important technical terms, if you remember, you can definitely you will understand. Okay, and you can write it even, or when you are writing, referring some papers or textbooks. No, you will understand it. So, what are the performance measure? So, it is the criteria of determining the success of the agent. Then comes behavior or action of agent. So it is the action performed by an agent after any specified sequence of percepts. Okay, what is the behavior or action of the agent? Then what is percept? It is defined as the agent's perceptual inputs at a specified instant. Okay, how good it is percepting the data from the environment. What is the percept sequence? That is history. Okay, at this instant, whatever it takes, that is the current percept. What is the sequence? It is the history of the data which it takes. Okay, it is the history of everything that an agent has perceived till date. Then what is agent function? You can write agent function as A, which is equal to function of P. P is the percept, current percept. A is the action carried. Always action carried is directly proportional to the percept, current percept. F is the agent function. Suppose we have the percept sequence. Then how to represent? if you have percept sequence, you can represent it like this. F is now mapped to P star, which indicates that there we have the percept sequences. Say P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, like that. We have all the history, okay, percept history. So that can be represented by F is equal to P star, okay, which leads into the action. This is about the terminology of agent. Now I'll take this example. I'll take attendance once. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the fundamental exams. We call it as vacuum cleaner example. Here, we have two rooms, room A and B. Okay, we have two rooms, room A and we call this is room A. This is room B. Okay. This sometimes we call it as world of vacuum cleaner. Okay. So here, what is the goal of the agent? Goal of the agent is to clean this environment. Okay. So here A room or B room, whatever I call, the initial state may be something like this. Okay. This whatever I got shown, it is dust. Okay. This is dust. So in this room A, this is B. So the goal of this agent is to clean the environment. So the environment or the world here, it has two locations. Okay, left is we'll call A, right is B. The vacuum cleaner perceives in which square it is in, and there is dirt in the square. Okay, if dirt is there, it may choose these four operation. One is here I have written, one is left, the actions, right, suck the dust, and no operation. This is percepts. Okay. So what it percepts? The location and status. So location here A or B. It could be A or B. And the status, whether it is dirty or not, whether it is dust is there or not. Okay. So location A, dirty, actions, left, right, suck, no operation or do nothing. Now, I'll just one pseudocode I am showing you. I'll go back first. Suppose if it is in the location A, and if that environment, if it is dirty, then what it will do is, it has to, the operation is suck. Okay. If it is clean, suppose this case, if it is this one, 5. If it is clean, if there is no dust, if it senses no dirt, or if it perceives no dirty, then it has to go to right. Okay, so this from, if it is in 5, it comes to 6. Suppose it is in B, B is dirty, then it will do the suck operation. If it is clean, if it is in 4, if the environment B is clean, then what it has to do? It has to do the left operation. Okay, like this. Based on this theory, some simple pseudocode is, okay, I just written a function. So if status is dirty, then it has to suck. If it is, okay, just see here. If it is in A, then it has to if it has to go to B, then right. If it has to go to A from B, then it has to left. Okay. This is pseudocode. You don't worry about this. Here I have written the percept sequence. Okay. So if it is in A and if it is clean, it has to go to right. If it is in A, if it is dirty, it has to do this suck operation. So if it is in B, if it is clean, then it has to come to left. If it is B, if it is dirty, it has to go to suck. Like this, I have written all the probable percept sequences. Now, so based on this, just see here, this is the vacuum transition diagram I have written. This I will explain you now. Okay. This is the simple transition diagram, or in digital and digital circuits, we used to write the state diagrams. Similar to that, this is the transition diagram which I have written. So similar to the previous, this diagram, okay, A, B, 2 rooms, I have written this, okay. This I have already written, I will explain this. So you know that the actions are left, right, suck, okay. No operation, I have not denoted it. Suppose we see A and B are the rooms, V is the vacuum cleaner, D is for dust or dirty, whatever it is. Now, if it is in, if the vacuum cleaner is in D, A, room A, I'll go slowly, and say if, so the two operations, if it goes to right, okay, if it takes right, then the condition, the state, the transition diagram will be, it will come to this state. Say it is here, suppose right action, then what happens? Okay, the vacuum cleaner from room A, it has come to room B. Suppose if it does left operation only, but there is no left operation, it will remain there. But according to the algorithm, if it senses, if the actuator, if the sensor, or if it perceives dust, then if it sucks, then this is the new state. Because I removed D from here, okay, from this state, it comes to this state. Now, here, suppose this is the state now. We don't know what is the state, we don't know. So from this state, if it does right operation, so there is no right operation, it remains there. If it does left operation, the vacuum cleaner, it will come to this one. This will be the state, next state. But here, if it senses the dust, then if it sucks, then it will come to this state. See, vacuum cleaner is there only, but I have whatever the D is there in that room B, that has been removed. So this could be one of the, this one, this is the another, because if it is here, actually what is the meaning according to our algorithm we discussed, if it is here, it senses dust, so it has to suck. So from here it comes to this. Suppose this is the starting state, vacuum cleaner is here, it senses the dust, so it has to clean it and it comes to this. So this is the second. Now what has happened? If it moves right, okay, then this will be the state. If it moves from here, if it moves left, this will be the state. When this state it reaches, see here, when this state it reaches, here the vacuum cleaner has come to B, even here it has come to A, but the dust is there, so it senses the dust and it comes to this state. Now vacuum cleaner has come here, in this case here, all the other operations I have shown, right suck, left suck, it's not required because our main objective is this. Because what is the goal? I have already told. The goal of this is we want a clean environment. We want both the rooms A and B to be clean. Okay. So the correct algorithm, if we implement from here, it will come to this. From here, it will come to this. From here, it will come to this. Similarly, if it is this is the starting state, it will come here, then it will come to this, then it will come to this. This is what is required finally. We want both the rooms to be clean. Okay, like this we can develop a transition diagram and we can implement this. Similar to this, we can implement this logic. Okay, I hope it is clear. If you want later, maybe not now, I will share the slides. Okay, I'll remove this, all this, whatever I have written, whatever I have scribbled at that, those things I will remove and I will send you. May not be now, maybe after 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. Before we don't know about your exams, sessionals, assignments and all. Before that, I'll give you the slides. Yes. Okay. Now, structure of agent. Okay, so agent is, sorry, here agent program. Okay, this one word is missing. What is the structure of agent? Structure of agent is the basic architecture and the agent program. What is the basic architecture? The machinery that this may be a machinery that an agent executes on. So what is the agent program? An implementation of the agent function. Okay. So now when we say the architecture, as I have told in the previous example, it has to percept the data from, okay, using sensor, it percepts. It runs the program. Say you might have written a program for the left operation, right operation, suck operation. Okay. Then it has to feed the actions to the effectors to do the function. Okay. These are the basic architecture. This is the basic architecture associated with the structure. Okay. Now, this is a very, very important slide. Okay, page. We call it as page descriptor. This is called page descriptor. Page descriptor of an intelligent agent. See, maybe in future, maybe your graduation, suppose you want to develop one intelligent system, maybe, or your final year project. So when you are developing intelligent systems, you have to keep in mind these 4 points. Okay. So while designing the intelligent systems, these 4 points you have to keep in your mind. Which are they? Page. In brief, we call it as page descriptor. What is P? But P is for percepts, A is actions, G goal, E environment. Please keep in your mind. This percepts, it is basically the input to the AI system. What is actions? It is the outputs. What is G? Goal. What the agent is expected to achieve. Think with one. So here in the previous example, the inputs percepts whether it is clean or dirty. Okay, whether the room is clean or dirty. What is the action? If it is dirty, it has to suck the dust. If it is clean, it has to go to next room. What is the goal? Goal is your room has to be clean. This is what the agent has to do. What is the environment? There, the room, whatever the condition there. Okay. Now I'll ask you, one of you, can you give one more example? Anybody? Because if I keep talking, no, it will be boring. So one of you can give some example. Asta, are you there now? Asta Shukla. Advait over. Agam Kumar Rai. Agam Kumar Rai. Are you there? Ananya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ananya, good. Can you give an example? Any real time thing which you say? A vacuum cleaner we discussed. Anything else with an example? Can you just tell what is page descriptor there? Anything is fine. Even if it is wrong, I don't mind.
The page descriptor.
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
exactly sure.
with respect to human being also it is fine. Human, if you consider human as an agent also it is fine. The problem which you face, which you sense, then you take action, then what is your goal, then what is the environment you are interacting. That is also fine.
Okay, ma'am. If we consider an AI problem that is, say, facial recognition,
Okay.
I guess the problem would be obviously to recognize.
Okay.
We need the sensory data of faces,
Okay.
and
What is the
we'll
goal? Goal is you have to identify or recognize.
identify.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Percept means whatever the data, whatever the size, I mean the face, color, all those things, right? And
Yes.
how many? Yeah. Okay. Then accepted. So I'll
Acceptor.
sorry. Action. Percept. Okay. Action.
The output would be the final identification,
Okay.
the prediction, essentially.
Okay. Okay. Environment. Okay, fine. Anybody else? Good, Ananya. Next, Anupama.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in
Any
mobile phones,
huh.
ma'am, in mobile phones, like touch doesn't work with like it only works when our fingers touch the screen. So it doesn't really work for when like something else randomly touches. It shows that. Uh,
Okay.
so that is like AI is being used there.
Yeah. Now there, can you just tell what are those PAGE there? What is the what is the input? What is the action? What is
Mm.
the goal? What is the environment?
So P is us, our touch on the screen.
Okay.
Action is whatever that the output of that. So if you're touching, like if you're opening a tab, then the opening of the tab is the
Okay.
action.
Fine.
Then goal is what we want to achieve. So
Mm.
if we want to play music and we're opening, if you're
Okay.
pressing the play button, that'll be the goal. And
Mm.
environment is the mobile phone.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Whatever your the analogy now you are making, it's okay. Next, Arushi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
One example, real-time example with respect to human beings also fine.
Any sort of control system, like either a flow control system or a temperature control system.
Oh, very good. Say you're feeling very hot, right?
Yes,
In
ma'am.
the room.
We
You're
use
feeling
air
very hot.
conditioner, so
Yes.
we put a
Suddenly,
temperature which we want to keep as
correct.
a set point, and then we.
Very good. Okay, fine, good. Okay. Say same thing, whatever Arushi told. No, I'll just continue. See, we are here. The temperature, say it is, for example, 30 degree. So it comes to my mind. I have to switch on the AC. Okay. What is the input? What I sense? I feel very hot. What is my action? I go and switch on the AC. What is my goal? Goal is the room has to, the temperature has to come to say 23 degree, and I should be comfortable there. What is the environment? Of course, wherever I am, wherever my cabin, it is the environment. Okay. Say you go out. Now, another example I'm giving. You feel very hot, or it's started, say, thunder, lightning, and all. So it comes to your mind, oh, it is going to rain. Okay. So what is the percept? Whatever the hot or whatever the lightning you see, it may be. What is the action? It comes to your mind. Oh, I should have an umbrella or open my umbrella. Okay. What is the goal? I want the comfort level or whatever it is. I have to protect myself from the sun or the rain. Okay, what is the environment? Of course, wherever I am, that is the environment. These are the simple examples I'm giving so that you whenever that page word comes to your mind, you can just correlate it with the uh, this, okay, the real time example and the page descriptors. Okay, this is one example I have taken from from one of the textbooks. Okay, just see this. I am not going to explain this. Okay, I'm not going to explain it. Please go through, all of you, and I just take some 2 minutes break. Okay, I just go through this, the application and page. Okay. So these are the examples I have taken from one of the books. So I think just see, I think biomedical students are there. You can just think about this medical diagnostic system, then ENC, END, and of course instrumentation. You are see satellite image analysis system. Okay. So one of you gave the example of image processing that is there. Then part picking robot. If you the goal is to place it into different correct bins, how we can put in these groups PAGE. Then in the if it is a refinery controller, okay, if you want to maximize the purity and purity, you can think about this. If it is interactive English tutor, and if you want to have the goal to be like maximize the students exam results, how can you have the action? Okay, what are the actions, what are the environment? Okay, so this I think this is important. Okay, PAGE, please note, given any problem you have to find out PAGE. Okay, maybe in the sessional or exam you may expect some questions. Okay, some real time problem I may ask, and I may ask you to identify PAGE. Okay, let us go ahead. Next comes attributes of agent. Okay, so we know now what is an agent. Okay, what are the page descriptors of agent? We know. So coming to this attributes of agent. Okay. So some of the attributes I will not explain much. So one is autonomy. It should work without the interference of the people. Then social ability, the agent. Okay, it should interface with the different agents and human. It should be able to communicate. Okay. Then reactivity. So it should perceive the condition. It could be anything, any condition. Proactively, it has to. It should not simply act in response to their environment. Okay. So then comes goal oriented. An agent is efficient of handling complex, high-level tasks. Okay. So these are the attributes of agent. Next is we are going to another important topic after. So now whatever I have discussed, I just summarize it, whatever I have told today. So in today's class, what we discussed is first we discussed what is a type of problems, okay, structured, and what is IA problem that we discussed. Okay, so you have understood that type of problems. Then we discussed about intelligent agents. Under that intelligent agents, some terminologies we discussed. Then vacuum cleaner example we studied. State transition diagram we analyzed. Page descriptor of an intelligent agent we analyzed. And now let us go to the concept of rationality. So as I've already told, it's defined as the status of being sensible. Okay, it is defined as the only status of being sensible. Okay. Rationality is related to the expected activities or actions. Okay, expected activities or actions, and this results relying on what the IA has viewed. Okay, performing activities with the point of obtaining the valuable data is said to be a critical piece of rationality. So because we have to perform the activities with the point of obtaining the valuable data. Now, what is a rational agent? Okay, so rational right action is always performed by a rational agent, where the right action is equivalent to the action that causes the agent to be most successful in the given perceived sequence. See, this is what is expected. Okay, when we say rational agent, it has to do the right action. That is why I have highlighted the word right action. It has to do the right action, and we should consider it to be more successful. Okay. Then next one, as I said, pages in the previous slide. Now I am going to discuss PEAS, P-E-A-S. So what is this PEAS? The problem the agent solves, okay, the problem the agent solves is characterized by the performance measure, environment, actuator, sensors. Say you have already designed IA, okay, you have already designed the intelligent system. When you have designed the intelligent system, say for any of this application, for example, you have kept in your mind what is PAGE and you have designed it. It is working now. That whatever the system you have, say it may be part picking robot, it is working. Now, after it is working, after you consider it as rational, right? Now, it is now whatever you have designed, you consider it to be rational. How do we say rational? It is doing right action. Okay. After you concluded that if it is doing right action, you have to check the PEAS. PEAS is performance measure, environment, actuators, and sensors. Okay. Now, okay. So just keep in your mind that PEAS that I will relate page with PEAS in this next slide. Okay. So now rational agent you have designed, it is doing the right thing. So how do you say it is rational? How do you say it is doing the right thing? So you can see that it is the degree of success, okay, by performance measure, the perceived sequence of the agent that have been perceived till agent. Then prior knowledge of the environment. Prior knowledge, when I say, it is not that what it has sensed now, okay? The past history, the past, whatever it has sensed, it has perceived about the environment. That is also should be taken care. Okay, and the actions that the agent might perform in the environment. Okay, so this is again about ideal rational agent. Okay, so I will not explain this much. When we say ideal, it should be competent enough of performing expected actions. Okay, percept sequence, built-in knowledge base. Then autonomy, it should be autonomous. So we know that when the agent is it doesn't have that much experience, so it will be required to act in a random manner, unless some assistance is provided by the designer. Okay, just skip this slide. Now I will just go to one more slide which I want to yeah, just see this slide. I have skipped some slide, I'll go back later, but I just want to relate these two. Just see this. Okay, can anybody release these two, page and PEAS? Page and PEAS. Who is that? Ananya. Vasudha Pal. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'll
Yes.
try, ma'am. Can you just show the slide?
Yes.
Ma'am, I can explain with the help of an example.
Yes,
if we
very
consider
good.
the human body, say we touch something hot, suppose. So then we will have our nerve sensors, which will transfer the information to the central nervous system, right? So that can be like that. That is the hot object is the percept, which is taken by the taken up by the sensors basically.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay. And then then it passes on to the brain. After that, the brain will process that what it is, right? So the action will be taken by the brain, and the brain there that will be the actuator basically.
Okay.
The action taken there. Then the
correct.
goal is to remove the hand from the hot object, because otherwise it will burn.
Yeah.
And so that how fast that is being done, actually in human body it is perfect, but if we design a robot or something like that, then we have to take into consideration how fast that reaction time for removal of the hand is. So that goal will be a measure of the performance. And as far as the environment is concerned, this hot object and how we
wherever you are, okay. Yeah, this whatever the example you have given, it is perfect. Okay, it is perfect. So here coming to IA, okay, the intelligent agents. So I told you, any system when you are developing, you have to keep in your mind page. Say same vacuum cleaner example also if you take. So you know that percepts, actions, goal, environment. You can write it what it is going to sense, dust or clean. Then what is the action it is going to take? Okay, it has to suck or no operation or move left or move right. Then what is the goal? The room has to be, the final objective is room has to be clean, environment wherever it is, that is room A or room B. See, you relate with the piece. Piece means after you design the system, you just keep in your mind. So first one, you have designed, say it has sensed the dust or dirt. So what is required there? You have to have the sensors in that. The IA should have the sensors. Then what is the next point is environment. Of course, it is same in both the cases wherever we have the IA, intelligent agent. Then comes goal. What is the goal? Goal is we want the room to be clean. That is the objective when we design it. But we have already designed, now it is working, it is rational, the agent is rational, which means it is doing the right thing. Okay, you check the performance. What is the goal? We want it to be clean. What is the performance, whether it has cleaned or not? See, there is a correlation. Next, percepts, okay, actions, actuators. So action, what action has to be taken? So what say if it has to clean, if it has to the dirt has to be removed, if you have to switch on the motors, so that they are the actuators. So there is a correlation between page and piece. Page is when you design something, you think after you designed right or the rational agent, then you check for the piece, performance, environment, actuators, and sensors. Okay, now let me just go back wherever I had stopped. Okay, now next is this one. I have to explain the different types of agents. Okay, so there are totally 5 types of agents. This is very, very important. Okay, types of agents, types of artificial agents. So one is simplex, model, goal, utility, and learning agent. Now, first one I will explain. Simple reflex agent. So you don't worry, don't read all these things. All these theories not required. I'll just give you an example. So as the word tells, say here, it is reflex. Okay, this one, reflex, whatever you see here. So it is reflex action. That's all. It is simple. Please note, it is simple. Okay, and it is reflex. So the simplex reflex agent is said to be the simplest kind of agent. These agents select an action based on the current percept. Okay, this is very, very important. Just to keep in your mind, ignoring the rest of the percept history. Okay, no history here, no history or no previous data. Previously sensed information it doesn't require. Okay, what it senses now. Simple example I put here. See, it is raining. Just you have gone out now. It is raining. Okay, you open your umbrella. That's all. Immediate action. Understood? So if it is raining, then put up your umbrella. Immediate action. Reflect the simplest. There is no intelligence here actually. It is as simple as possible. There is no past. Did it rain yesterday? No, we don't know that. Okay. I hope you got it. So that we will never think about that. Did it rain? No. Another simple example, if I give, say you blink your eyes when something comes near to the eyes. Am I right? It is a reflex action. You blink your eyes when something comes near to the eye. Immediately you do that action. That is simple reflex agent. Is this clear? So what you have to keep in your mind, two things. One is it is reflex, of course, simplest reflex, immediate action. So it depends on the current percept. No past data, no history, not what has happened yesterday, no, what was just before, no, nothing, immediate action. Okay. See here, it is mainly uses condition action rules. This is also another important rule. So you are using if then rules. You are using if then rules. This is called, all of you know, it is called condition action rule. Okay, condition action rules. So three things I have told: simple reflex agent among the 5 types. No, simple, model based, goal based, utility, learning. The first one, it is simple reflex agent. So here it is, first thing, it depends on the current percepts, no past data, no previous data. So you are using if then rules. If then rules, or we call condition action rules. Okay. Then if set of percepts, if it is hot, okay, if the temperature is greater than say 27 degrees centigrade, then switch on AC. That's all. This is simple reflex agent. Okay. So remaining, we have 4 more. Okay, we have 4 more. I think actually I wanted to complete all these things. I don't know whether I am very slow or not. It's 9:15. I'll continue in my next class. I'll take attendance. Don't go. I don't know. Any feedback? Is it okay? Are you understanding the basic theory? Anybody? Am I very slow? Or shall I reduce the explanation?
No, ma'am, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Again, I'll take the attendance. Okay. So next we will. I'll close today's because the next 4, the other 4, I have to explain it in. It is actually the extension of model, next goal, utility, learning. All these 4, I think I can explain in my next class. Okay. Okay, then we will meet on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Okay. Yes, you may leave.